Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Green here with No More News, and joining me for the first time ever, the guy blowing up the internet, taking over the internet right now, especially on TikTok, blowing up on YouTube, John fucking Zherka. Pickup artist, comedian, he's hilarious. But we've had some debates and disagreements online recently, particularly over Christianity and flat Earth. So we're going to have a big debate coming up, but he just wanted to, this is totally impromptu. He's claimed I was running from him. So we're here. Been a lot of talk, and you're here. What's up, John?
What up, Adam? Thanks for having me. This one is going to blow you away because I know you said you want to keep this short. You have like some bar mitzvah to go to. Why are you trying to run from it? If we're talking, let's talk.
We're talking, man. I got a few minutes.
No, don't do that whole thing where it's like in 30 minutes you got to go. Like, let's talk. Because first of all, there's this deep theme I have when I not that the internet notices, because you're more like in the shadows of the internet. Like that's not an insult. That's actually a compliment. You know what I mean by that?
I'm in a niche.
You know what I mean by the shadows of the internet? Like those guys who are so suppressed that it's like you're a niche of a niche.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like if you think of Nick Fuentes' right-wing niche, the niche within that niche would be you. Like where you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm not as big as you. I'm not on all the big
hating Jews. That's all right. But yeah, so there's this deep shame I feel when no one pointed it out to me, but I have this thing, this voice in my head, and it's not Jesus, don't worry. I have this voice in my head that goes, "You're running from Adam," because I get so busy. And I was always wondering, I'm like, for the last few weeks when we were talking about having this conversation, you must have thought I'm running, but you know I actually get busy. I'm making money, right?
No, I totally understand. I see you going on all these huge platforms with getting millions of views.
Because I gave you the first shot. Remember, the anti-Semites, I always give you guys the first shot so you guys don't say I'm a fake grift or anything. So remember, I JQ'd at 100,000 viewers on Rumble. I gave Nick, every one of you I messaged, but you kept giving me this gay shit, like you have to go to a wedding and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But to be honest, no one at the peak start of their career has JQ'd other than me. Owen Benjamin didn't do it at that age. I'm the only person to risk all my mainstream entertainment money talking to you fucking guys. I'm the real one. To think I'm not the genuine, get the fuck out of here. Because you say, Owen Benjamin, don't say shit like, I don't think he's a real Christian. I think he's a... Well, what the fuck? I think a real Christian would not talk to you guys and risk fucking losing sponsors and all that. Or getting channels banned. So I am the realest Christian on earth. Give me a fucking break. Number two, Owen Benjamin, I used to like his content. Do you remember years ago when he said something about their wives? Do you remember that clip?
I don't recall that one, no.
He said something about, I think they got it figured out. It was like his funniest bit, and he did it like totally deadpan. And then he started attacking Joe Rogan. So I saw that after, I saw that, and then I let him go for a bit. I didn't know his name. And then I got into Eric Dubé. You know Eric Dubé?
I don't know him personally, but I've seen some of his videos.
Eric Dubé would wipe the floor with you in a debate. But Adam Green, you're the only person that when I watched you during the kind of Trump red pill stuff, you were a Christian. Do you remember your Christian stuff for No More News when it was like Fox News, like you had it on YouTube?
Yeah, I wasn't a Christian though, but I wasn't as aware.
Culturally, you were identifying as a Christian, right?
Well, when people would accuse me of being, I would say, no, I was raised Christian.
No. Dude, stop. I watched your content years ago. You were not a Viking, pagan Viking. You were a Christian crusader. I got the whole cocaine crusader thing from you. You were a Christian channel at one point. You weren't a Christian channel like where you read scripture. You would just say, no stuff, we want the Bible. So you're a political kind of like cultural Christian, but I don't know why you run from your past. Like there's clips online of you living that life.
Oh, there's not. And when I started my channel, it was
when the started 2017, 18, when you made your channel, you would be live saying we want Christian Christian. You were even talking about the educational system being around the Bible, not like hardcore, but you were definitely running from the LGBT with the Bible in your hand. You were never a fucking atheist channel. You know that.
Well, I'm still not an atheist channel. I'm not promoting atheists. I just don't believe in prophets.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
No. You recently.
You're an atheist. You're an atheist. You don't believe in Zeus, so you're an atheist. Just because I don't believe in the God.
No. But you've also said, why can there be nothing? Why is that a hard position to absorb? Why you believe that, hey, we're just on Earth, it could be all an accident, like the Big Bang Theory. You're open to that idea, right?
Yeah, I'm open to there being no God. I think the arguments that there's no God are stronger.
Here's the problem. Mm-hmm. You must have watched a lot of my content because you keep thinking I'm trying to trap you. I'll tell you when I'm trapping you. Don't worry. I'm not trapping you. You're open to atheism, right?
Yes.
Why?
Just because I feel like if the God has to be eternal to create the universe, then the universe could just be eternal, and you're not creating a more complex problem saying that God did.
But again,
what
does that mean? The universe can be eternal. What do you mean, like matter and space time?
Yeah.
Right, but then that would be kind of like no meaning, right?
Well, we can still find meaning in the world, but
okay.
not like a meaning from God. What's the meaning in the biblical view?
Adam and Zherka would find their own meaning. How?
Everybody we ascribe meaning to things, or we have stuff.
Okay, but
different people have different.
That's logical to you that Zherka can. I can find my own meaning.
Yeah, everybody can.
Okay, what if I'm Adam?
Well, then you found a very bad meaning.
You're drowning already in the first 5 seconds. It's not even a debate.
I'm not drowning.
Real answer. You're the logical guy.
You lasted 10 minutes before you brought up.
Go ahead, give it. Let's hear it. You already got clipped. This is the first clip, and it's not even the debate. Wait till I pull out the footnotes. Can I find my own meaning?
If you're a pet, you could have other like the meanings of living things is to reproduce. We didn't reproduce, we wouldn't be here. The main meaning of life is to reproduce.
Oh, really?
That's the meaning that I ascribe to it. Yeah.
Then why do
being isn't a meaning in life?
Oh, it's not. But you said No. You said the individual gets to choose.
Just because you're doing something doesn't mean it's a purpose or a meaning.
But who are you to choose in this world? The individual gets to choose.
No.
You are not intelligent, Adam. You just read. You're not meant for this world, dude.
What world am I meant for?
It's not for you, dude. I told you in one question you drowned, and I didn't even know your answer. I
didn't even drown.
Well, then answer. Why can't Ed create his own meaning? Answer that. Because you can't say it's null and void because another
people say they have a meaning. Like let me answer.
No. You can't do that. You can't say your meaning is null and void because the other individual says so. You said the individual gets to decide. You want to do it in a communist commune type system. If I pick my own meaning, you're not allowed to tell me shit in your world. Correct?
If you think that that's your meaning, then to you that is your meaning.
Oh, so that's okay. So if you're
I didn't say it's okay. No, I don't think it's okay. I didn't say everybody's purpose or everybody's meaning is okay or good. I didn't say that.
Why is it not okay? Why is it not okay?
Because it's abusing children.
Oh, really? But you're abusing my life by taking away its meaning now. If you don't give me the child, Adam,
you don't get that if it's going to be hurting somebody else.
I don't get to decide. Who does?
No,
you don't want to go
society.
By
society gets to decide.
Society. What if society is run by Epstein and Adam?
There's a lot of stuff in society that's allowed that I think is not good.
You're drowning, so admit you lost so we can move on. Come on, be honest. Don't be bad faith.
No, I didn't lose. Let me reverse the question on you. So you get your meaning from what? The God of the Bible, the God that chose the
The God that built every single civilization on Earth. Yes.
So
You're going to lose so bad, man. You don't want to do this with the Bible.
Every other seconds you're talking about losing or I'm running. I'm not losing. I'm not running.
Adam, answer me this.
Yeah.
Adam, answer me this. Do you want me to flip it horizontal? Is that better for you?
It's fine. It's working the way it is.
Okay, because if it's ugly or small, tell me. I don't want to ruin your content.
So what's your no? It looks fine.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
Every single great civilization on Earth is built around that cross. You, with the rainbow flag, come after when it's built. I gotta ask you, what is the alternative in you dumbass pagans' heads that if Christianity didn't exist, what we would have we would have spaceships? Like, is this better or is it worse in your head? I don't get it.
Well, we already have spaceships, and two, I'm not a pagan. Pagan is.
You're gonna do that. You're never gonna answer me straight up,
dude.
Now I have to loop my question.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Okay, what was my question, Adam?
Asking about how can pagans have a society? What's our answer if Jesus in Christianity doesn't exist? Which it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. So it's so degrading. Number one, to have like this derogatory term pagan for anybody that doesn't worship the God of the God of Israel. I'm not a pagan. I don't believe in any pagan religions. Paganism's a lot of people are.
Pagan is synonymous with the way I use pagan. It's synonymous with faggot. But I'm saying if every great civilization was built with the Bible, even if your research was correct, which it's not, I've looked through it thoroughly more than anyone you know. Even if you were correct, you would just be saying that they built up the greatest societies that we inherited.
They
kind of just fucked it up recently with the debt system, and right?
They did it in spite of that. I mean, every civilization. What about the Greeks? What about the Romans? What about the Egyptians?
What about them? No.
They all had massive empires.
They were dogs and cats on the street on their fucking temples.
That wasn't happening on a regular basis. You could say that the same thing about Christian Western culture.
You're a sodomite. You want a Greek society where they men in the ass?
Dude, they do that in Christian countries. They do that in the Catholic priests at your church do that.
Oh my! First of all, say again, those are Catholics. I dare you.
Oh, so not real Catholics? The no true Scotsman?
Adam, can a Christian take an oath outside, an oath away from Christ? An oath that does not have Christ? You know they can't. You know in the Bible
they could do a lot of things. Yeah.
No. In the Bible, it even says it has to end in amen. I can't take an oath to Thor and be a Christian. How the fuck are you going to say those priests are Catholics when they take a Jesuit oath? And you've read the Jesuit oath on your fucking live streams. You'll never admit that they take that oath. You'll never admit that they're Jesuits. And they even make the distinction between a Catholic and a Jesuit. They even talk about it. You've read the data, but you deleted the VOD and never spoke about it again. Say right now.
What are you talking about?
Say right now live. Every Jesuit who takes a Jesuit oath is a Catholic. Say it.
Do you want me to say it or you don't want me to say it? I'm confused. I've always acknowledged that they're Jesuits. Jesuits consider themselves Catholic. They believe in Jesus as the Son of God and died for their sins.
I knew you were going to muddy the waters. Say anyone who takes a Jesuit oath is a Christian. Say it live.
Jesuits who take... I don't even know that there is a Jesuit oath. I don't know what... What?
Say those priests take a Jesuit oath because you covered it. Don't pretend you don't know what.
When did I cover this? I don't know what you're talking about.
You read the oath where they said they'll fucking flay, boil, burn, cut their tongue out. You're the one who gave me the content to research that shit.
How long ago?
You know what oath I'm talking about? You're playing dumb.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Whoa, your community is a conspiracy community, so they know what the Jesuit oath is, right?
I guess. I don't know. I've never heard what's in the Jesuit oath. You're saying I read it. How long ago was this?
Whoa, didn't you have
What's the point that you're trying to make, though?
Hold on. Didn't you have a whole stream where you covered 70% of the Vatican, 70% of CIA are Vatican-trained Jesuits that are controlled by... You had that content. I stole it from you, Adam.
I don't remember doing a video like that. I think you might be mistaking me for somebody else.
You're so phony, bro. You know why?
Show me the video then. I'm just saying I don't remember. I've done hundreds of videos.
Okay, so what is your position on the Vatican? You say they're controlled, right?
I don't know that they're actually controlled by. They're theologically controlled because they worship the God of the. That was the ultimate goal. They're playing the antithesis Esau controlled opposition by making them the victims, making Gentiles the villains, helping them fulfill their prophecy. Right?
Hold on. And let me get this straight, because this is not the debate. I'm going to whoop you in the debate. I had no idea you're like this. I just got to know, you believe all those rituals that these Gnostic sages do, that literally these guys have power and authority over banking. You believe their rituals, you said this on stream, you said their rituals do nothing in the material world, that they're just hocus pocus tradition. You believe the rituals billionaires do, like somehow Marina Abramovich and all of her blood magic, you believe it's just art. So bite the bullet and say it, because you said it on Twitter DM with me.
Yeah, you misrepresented what I said to you on a stream with Sneeko and Nick. You said that I claim that the Satanists and celebrities are just doing it for fun. And that's not what I said. Some of them are doing it for attention and to be edgy.
Cheeky, bro. Now, that's me being cheeky.
Okay.
What? That's me being cheeky. That's obviously they're not doing it for fun. You believe it's just a tradition that does nothing. It doesn't increase their material wealth on earth, right?
Well, I think it could have a placebo effect. If they think it's giving them special powers, then it could play out in the real world.
God.
Just like for Christians, just like with a basketball player that thinks they're the best basketball player. And the celebrities do it because they want attention. They want to trigger Christians. They want to be. They want to make the news. It's like a troll, an edgy troll.
If it's a placebo, why is it so deliberate? Why are there details just like in Eyes Wide Shut, which they shot in a Rothschild's Red Shield mansion, that movie? Mm-hmm. They cut a rabbit's foot, like in the Clinton email about a rabbit's foot. It's so that sacrifice a chicken to Moloch. What was that email? Don't go into detail. I don't want to get shot, but you believe that email is like some kind of Halloweeny tradition of the ruling class? Are you fucking?
You think that that they have actual, like, God chose the, and then now they have special black magic powers?
Don't jump. No,
this is
don't jump. You know you're drowning, and you said you'd answer my questions
I'm drowning.
And I didn't even go to Flat Earth yet. You said you'd answer my questions directly.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm glad you brought this up.
No, I'll stay here for 4 hours if you answer this one directly. Mm-hmm. Please tell me. Say it live. You said it on Twitter DMs. You said it on your stream.
I don't think that there's witches doing black magic rituals that are giving them power.
The rituals on Epstein Island say they are just hocus pocus.
No, it's blackmail. That's what they're doing. It's blackmail. It's sickos getting off on things. I don't think it. How do these magic rituals manifest like anything supernatural in the real world? You said banking. Yeah, you don't need magic to have banking. Banking's from the.
Banking, isn't most world banks on the 33rd parallel, which is 33 degrees, which is the 33% of the fallen angels from the Bible that fall from grace? Another thing is
there's banks all over the world.
Hold on, why are you asking me? How does magic and controlling the elements and invisible forces of nature to increase your material wealth on earth? How does that work? Don't ask me. Ask the genius like Manny P. Hall or any 33-degree Freemason who wrote about it in their monitors. They wrote about on books we weren't even allowed to have, that it's not a joke. They can will things into the world through ritual, through demoralization, alchemy. You've never studied this. You've never read a book. All you read is some Yom Kippur, two-goat rituals, which I'm going to debunk the fuck out of in our debate. And Adam, I promise you the only reason I avoided talking to you is I'm about to take a large portion of your audience into Christians. You're going to lose a lot of money talking to me. You're
going to convert everybody?
But I'm not going to convert them. I promise you they're not coming to Christ. Mm-hmm. I promise you they're going.
Where are they going then?
They're going away from you because you haven't answered one of my questions, and we're posting half this on Twitter.
I've answered all your questions.
No, so say that the ritual.
You're not answering my questions.
Yeah, no.
Show me an example of them having magical powers, and why would God allow all these demonic powers to go?
I'll show you an example. Carl, the greatest psychologist of all time, Carl Jung, who said there's no such thing as coincidences. Before he popped off, he studied witchcraft with serpent worshipping Ophite types in Africa, and he talks about this with paranormal activities happening throughout his whole life. And he said all paranormal activity and stuff is happening in an invisible world that Plato proved. What is a chair? Is a bar stool a chair? Is a sofa a chair? Does it have four legs? Nobody knows what a chair is, but it adheres to a perfect God concept of a chair, because that proves there's an invisible world that we don't see, but we understand there's a perfect chair. It's not a stool, it's not a sofa, it's not a beanbag. We don't know what a chair is, but in all of our psyche, which the word psyche comes from mind and soul, throughout all of history, they talk about this. There is an invisible world. You don't want to admit it. You're a materialist. What do you think happens when we die?
Where's your proof of the material of the immaterial world? Where's your proof? What's your best proof of any magical witchcraft or sorcery?
You watched all my content. Here's my proof.
Yeah.
My proof is your position means the love you have for your family is chemicals in your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So is that the same as cocaine dopamine and loving your mother dopamine? You'd have to say yeah.
They're probably somewhat similar. Yeah, dopamine receptors.
The beautiful Adam, you're a real adult. You're going down in history as a genius right now. How similar? Is it the dosing different? Is it a quantity thing? Is it a different type of dopamine? What's the difference for me and loving my mom? What is the difference to a fucking atheist?
Well, when it happens naturally from like your emotions and the feelings that you have, it's different than coming from an artificial place.
Why is it different?
From outside.
Why is it different?
Because one's real and one's artificial. One's supplemented.
What's the difference? They're both chemicals.
Yeah, they're both chemicals, but it's different when you have the emotions go in the brain activity going along with it.
Adam, what emotions? You don't believe in emotions. There's just chemicals.
No, there's emotions.
So
the emotions trigger the chemicals. That's why when you get nervous, you feel like
what are emotions? Then what are emotions? Are they not chemicals?
No, they are. But depending on what you think about, you can create those chemicals, and they can happen naturally. Dude, this is your proof.
You sound like
you're not answering the question.
Adam, you sound like an idiot right now because you're emitting soul.
You don't have any
emotion. You're going to synonym.
You haven't proved anything. Where's your proof of magical powers? Where's your proof of witchcraft?
And I told you this would happen, you dumb materialist.
Chemicals in the brain. Come on. Chemicals in the brain has nothing to do with magic happening. Show me the black magic. Show me these rituals. Show me the satanic blood magic rituals that have power.
I told you you'd meme when you lose. I told you. I'm
not memeing.
Keep memeing. Go. Black magic here. Voodoo. Wow.
That was my question. That's what we're talking about. So I'm asking, where's the proof of it?
Be honest. Do you feel like you're winning this debate? Be honest. I want to see if you're good faith.
I feel like the debate's we're not even getting into the debate because you just keep repeating that.
Oh, that's a non-answer, Adam. I'm asking you directly. Do you feel like you're winning?
I'm destroying you. This is going to be clipped all over TikTok. I'm taking all of your followers.
That's a non-answer and a meme, and I wrote it on
Twitter.
Meme. I knew you'd do this, bro.
Dude, you're the one dodging. Show me your proof of black magic.
Ask me.
Let's see the proof of black magic.
Hey, Adam, ask me if I'm winning. I'll show you how to answer.
Are you losing?
No. Now, hold on. Adam, I want to know, why did you jump to emotions? Because you couldn't use the word soul. Why are you running from the chemicals thing? Bite the bullet.
I'm not.
Say it's chemicals.
I answered the question. I did say it was chemicals.
Apparently, Plato and every philosopher throughout history up until recently disagrees with you on the soul argument. You know that? You're an idiot.
That's fine. There's plenty of people that agree with me too.
Why? Adam's smarter than
how about
Plato now?
Show me.
I'm even giving you the demiurge, bro. I'll give you the demiurge, and you'll still.
I don't need it. I don't want the demiurge.
Adam, I
don't want the demiurge.
Do you have it more figured out than the greatest mind of all time, Carl Jung, who said, "I don't know if there's a God." He said, "I don't believe there's a God. I know there is one." You're a greater mind than Plato and Carl Jung.
Dude, this is
Your
appeal
ego's
to
out of
authority. Just because
control,
some
bro.
there's plenty of smart people and great minds that also don't believe in God. What's your
Name
proof?
one. Name
What's your
one.
proof
Name
of black
one.
magic? How come
Name
you
one.
can't answer
Name
that?
one
You've got
here,
no proof.
Hold on. I will. Name one that beats
Yeah.
Plato or Carl Jung.
There's
Name
literally
one.
there's literally millions.
Name one.
Millions
So
of
name
smart people. Just
Name
because those are
one.
famous names.
So name one. Who do we study in Harvard? Name one.
Dude, I'm telling you,
You're
there are
drowning, dude.
Are you saying that there's no smart atheists and no atheist philosophers?
So name one.
I'll probably get you a good list here.
No, name one. If they're better than Plato, you should be off the top of the head, bro.
Dude, better is subjective. And what's your proof?
Answer, you idiot. Name one.
I don't know any off the top of my head.
Admit you lost.
Dude, admit that there's tons.
Dude,
there's tons of philosophers that don't believe in God, especially the God. Especially God.
Use Google. Name one.
Okay. It says David Hume, Wittgenstein, Nietzsche. It says Plato's on here. Okay, no, never mind. This is a bad list.
Hold on, Adam.
Dude, the name one thing doesn't work. I'm still waiting for you to tell me.
Stop. Hold on.
Where is the proof of black? I don't care about Plato. What Plato said. I don't care about what Plato says is not proof of black magic. Do you understand that?
I didn't say it's proof. Don't change
that was your answer.
Don't be snaky. Don't be a serpent in the grass. Adam,
be honest.
Be honest.
You be
Adam,
honest.
I gave you Google. I let you cheat and you disagreed with your own dumbass answers. Name one now.
Name one atheist philosopher. That's all you need? Do you really think that there's no atheist philosopher?
Name one.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't have one off the top of my head.
I answered all your fucking questions. You're cheating, bro. Name one.
Okay, okay. I just Googled atheist philosophers. There's a long list on Wikipedia of them.
No.
So can you acknowledge
one, not a list?
Okay, the top one at the list is
yourself. Name one.
Rwandi, a Persian. There you go. There's one. He was against the Quran. Dude, are you really denying that there's smart people that don't believe in the God of Israel?
Adam, you cut out. Say it again. Who did you say?
Some guy I've never heard of. Dude, do you not understand?
And you're drowning. You're drowning,
dude. You're drowning because you say that there's proof of black magic, but you can't show any examples. You just say Plato is smart.
Anonymous sent $5. Don't confuse a creator of the universe with the God Yahweh. The absence of Yahweh in the Bible being real does not discredit.
Do you believe
a TTS is reading? Go ahead. Hold on, before you ask another question. Oh, nice shades. Those are cool. Are those Versace?
Hold on, Adam, I didn't want to humiliate you because if you think about it, I've always been a conspiracy guy, not a hardcore material.
You're not humiliating me, dude. There's no humiliation here. You said there's black magic, there's sorcery, that Satanists have magical powers. I'm asking, what's the evidence of any of that?
I'm answering you.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, Adam, I'm not really a man who lies. You even said that. You watch my Twitter, you see my disgusting lifestyle. I don't lie. I do feel bad. I
didn't say you lied.
I know, but I'm saying I'm not lying that I feel bad for what I did to you, because I'm not joking when I say you're the first esoteric channel I looked into.
I'm honored.
I swear to God, I left you alone for years because it was political and I was in a weird place. And I actually think why you have a following is for your political research. Like, let's be honest, that when you go on Netanyahu and stuff like that, it's hard to debate. But one thing I noticed about you is you're always good faith, except today. Today's pathetic, and I'm not a fan anymore. I'm not even joking. You owe me an apology offline for what you just did. But check this out. I'm serious, bro. Adam.
You're so funny, man.
Go watch Adam chat. Go watch. I can't see chat right now, but guys, I know there's a lot of faggot atheists in chat, but what Adam Green is known for from the whole intellectual dark web is he's always good faith, to the point where he loses debate being good faith because people start cheating. There's a lot of Christians you debated that are snake fucking faggot Christians. You've always been good faith. You've never actually lost a debate, and I really think Christopher Birkins, what's his name?
Bjerknes.
Yeah, I really think that guy wiped the floor with a lot of people. I don't think he would touch me. But my first book I ever bought online when I went through that manic phase of 100 books, if you know my story, was Bjerkins' book. It was expensive as fuck on Amazon, and it was a great read. I'm not trying to knock it. Like I'm glad I bought it. But my first book, before going deep into all these other books, was how Jesus, what's it called? How Jesus is actually the serpent, or the Serpent King, or Satan. Or, do you know that book?
Yeah, how Jesus represents Satan in Kabbalah. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was and I always defended Christianity for like red traditional stuff, to keep it away. I always thought like, oh, it's just some fucking kind of stuff until I looked into it. And now I convert 1,400 people into Christians in like less than a week out of popping off, because the positions I have cannot be debated. Like, you can bring the greatest mind on earth, because the position I start from is, does Adam agree most of the news is fake news?
I mean, generally, I would say yeah. Like, not everything on the news is fake every day.
Like,
hey,
Fox,
CNN. This Zoom call's about to end in 1 minute, so I guess I'm gonna have to. The Zoom call says the meeting's gonna end in 1 minute.
You're running?
No, I'm not running. I'm just saying when it drops off, I'll have to set another one up and send you the link.
Let's just do it right now.
All right.
What do I have to do? Just end it?
I'll send you another link. Okay, let's see here. I usually don't use Zoom, so oh, now it wants Zoom. Well, let me just start up another one right away. Yeah. Sorry, guys, man. First, I tried Google Meets. Maybe I'll try Google Meets again. Let's see if that will work. Tony says, tell him Carl Jung was a pagan. Oh, everybody's sending me Carl Jung stuff. I'll have to play that in a second. Anyway, here, let's. This list, by the way, of atheist philosophers just goes on and on and on and on and on. It's an appeal to authority to say, oh, well, Plato said this. I don't see even how that's even proof for black magic. Plato said something. Okay. Let's see if he hops on here. For some reason, Zoom didn't work. Let's see. What's the chat saying? Jenna says, my membership ended. Can't renew somehow. Oh, I'll save that one, Darby. Okay, we'll read those in a second with him back here. Oh, there he is.
Hello,
all right.
hello.
Perfect. All right. So I got a couple super chats. Yeah, I hear you.
Wait, how do I make myself the bigger screen so I can see myself? What the fuck? How do I put it on narcissism mode? There it is. Okay, Adam. These are kind of like spiritual questions that, like, you shouldn't be ashamed that you like choked, because everyone chokes there. Even Jordan Peterson would actually have the same reaction you did to my questions. I think you'll do better with notes when we debate, with footnotes, because you have some, like, I saved your notes, so I know your shit already, but I don't know your newer stuff. So like I'm sure your argument evolved in the last couple of months, right?
Oh,
in the last couple years. We got a couple super chats. Oh, hold on.
Anonymous sent $3
and by the way,
remind
chat, we're
Zherka that
staying on another
civilization
2
existed
hours
before
I gotta
Christianity and
ask
Western
Adam a lot of
civilization is
questions about
European
his personal
success,
life.
not
I gotta
Christians.
know how you even
Why does
became what
Africa
you
and other
became,
countries with high rates of Christianity are so violent?
Hold on, there's a
and primitive?
TTS. I'll reread it for you.
Whoa, bro, I can get you filters to get you more views. How many views are you at?
317 on Odyssey. I'm not sure.
What was your peak when you were their biggest channel? Because like your content's kind of addictive as fuck, dude. Like I quit streaming, my job, dating my girlfriend to watch you for months. Like because I was like panicking.
I'm honored. I had 135,000 subscribers on YouTube. I was getting like 1,500, 1,000 to 2,000 live viewers on live streams. I was getting, there was a time where I was getting like 30, 40,000 views on every video I posted.
Wait, can you tell when I speak that I used to watch a lot of your content? Like, since you watched the Rumble stuff with me, I would make a lot of Moshiach jokes. That's from you guys. I think the chutzpah joke I made, that's from you. Like, you can tell, or you think I'm lying?
No, I believe you.
Yeah, I think it was the World Order agenda video you have. That one got a lot of views, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first introduction to like, I would call your content like 10 out of 10. If you like this kind of like illegal content, as I call it. And by the way, just because I beat you in the theological debate doesn't mean 80 to 90% of what you say is wrong. Like, for example, all the political stuff you talk about is spot on. Everything. The only place you lose me is like you don't admit that you have this much proof for Jesus being Satan who comes back and then is forgiven by the you have this much proof for that, right? You have a 2-goat ritual and some dude on Israeli TV, but you
no, there's a lot more than that.
No, you don't, because you even talk about how like you pretend Nick Fuentes is not more like you think you're more banned than Nick Fuentes?
Oh, he's banned on Twitter.
Come on, dude. You're on PayPal.
No, I'm not. I got banned from PayPal years ago.
You are not.
I was banned from. I had more subs and I was banned from before him.
Well, hold on. You genuinely believe when you, because I knew exactly when I stopped watching you is when you became dishonest. You said Nick Fuentes is taking Zio dollars.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I said he's taking Zio dollars. No, he is. If he's funded by Christians,
you're saying,
Christians worship the God of Zion.
I'm not trying to snake you right now. Yeah. You didn't mean it like an organization is giving it to him. You meant like he's pushing a Zionist theology. Or
by promoting Trump? Well, yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying he's taking shekel dollars or some shit like that, right?
I don't remember saying that he's. I don't think that he's getting paid off. I think he's a sincere believer in Christianity. But that
you said he's peddling the agenda because he promotes Christianity. He's taking those shekel dollars. That's when I stopped watching you, because that's when I realized your ego is out of control. You actually believe you're more banned than the Christian channel? What?
I'm more banned than a lot of Christian channels. I'm not more banned than Nick though, because I'm allowed on Twitter.
It doesn't even make sense. If you think about it, if you're right,
will you just admit I'm one of the most banned people on the internet?
I don't even know how banned you are, but I can assume since you JQ, who JQ's harder than you besides Nick?
I mean, there's some harder. Maybe some people go harder, but I don't know about more effective.
Nick JQ's way harder than you, because you say it's just a mafia, and Nick says that there's a spiritual DNA component of evil. Like, dude, Nick is,
and that's why they use him as their boogeyman. That's why he gets so much attention, right. and he helps. You know how it helps them, right?
Adam, I understand the Hegelian dialect, and it's correct on most things, like for most of the phony wars and stuff.
But not Christianity.
But no, it doesn't make sense that you look me dead in the eye and say, Zherka, the algorithm promotes Nick Fuentes. You've said this.
No, I didn't. I said it promotes flat Earth.
You have.
TikTok promotes flat Earth.
No. We've talked months ago. You've said that Nick and his position is not the most banned position on the internet. You lump it in with Muhammad and those fucking, because it's all Noahide, right? It's all Noahide. You lie a lot when it comes to Nick because you had a war with Nick, right?
Where have I lied? And I don't think I've said he's promoted by the algorithm. He's banned in a lot of algorithms.
Right, but so is that a Hegelian dialect too?
No, Christianity. Him making all the heads. Whoever keeps trying to join the call, what is going on? Stop doing that.
Is that Owen Benjamin?
I don't think so.
Well, and here's another thing. You know, Owen Benjamin, he's an intelligent guy when it comes to flat Earth. You know, he's late. You know, I had to Eric Dubé and I had to pressure him, but you know he considers you a brain dead for being a globetrot, right? You believe in Planet X and Mars rover and space CGI, right?
Where are you getting this Planet X? Anybody that's watched my show, I've never said anything about.
Wait, but you said you believe in Mars rover in our DMs.
Mars rover? What are you talking about? No, I didn't.
Do you? I'll ask you right now. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What Mars rover?
Running? I knew you'd run. I said in the DMs you're gonna run when I asked Mars rover. Why do you run?
When have I ever said anything about a Mars rover?
Okay, so tell me right now, I'm asking you right now, this second, does Adam Green believe in a Mars rover up there?
I'm having to Google Mars rover and see what I say. I'd have to look into it. I've never personally investigated this. Me, man?
Are you being as honest as I'm being?
Of course.
Adam,
I had to Google it.
Why, for your whole career, you were good faith until it came to the space stuff?
Why is it so hard to believe that we have rockets, right? Why is it so hard to believe that we could shoot a rover to another planet? I don't understand why that's so hard to believe.
Because when you look at the trajectory of all rockets that launch from Florida into the Bermuda Triangle, they arc. They never go straight up. When you look at
they crash into the firmament. You really think that there's a firmament?
Search up. No.
Do you believe in a firmament, though?
Search up rocket trajectory, and you'll see they don't crash. They go somewhere else. They level out. Another thing is Operation Fishbowl, Dominican Latin of the Lord. You know what that operation is, but you pretend to your audience you don't know what it is. You've read it online too, and there was
I think I've only heard it from you, honestly, from one of your TikToks.
Bullshit. There was a time years ago, I think 2 years ago, where you were super charitable to flat earthers. Where when you're moderating debates, you would say, "Hey, I don't think it's that crazy of a position to be a flat earther." You used to say things like that until you lost.
No way, dude.
Yes, you
must have been.
God, you did. You
find me the proof. I've always thought flat Earth was a psyop.
I swear on Jesus' name, you used to be so charitable to flat earthers, but still do that fence sitting so you could get a paycheck.
No
used
way.
To be so charitable, especially when it was popular. You remember before it got.
It's more popular than ever right now, and no, I haven't.
No, it's not.
Answer my question about the firmament. I want to ask you about the firmament.
Yeah.
So you think who is it that created the firmament? You think God did that?
God.
So he just the transcendental God that's outside of space and time, he somehow built a big old covering over the whole world?
See, again, you're asking me to explain God's thinking. That means you're assuming you can outthink God. That's an atheist ego position. Yes. Why is the sky blue, Zherka? You think God really liked the color blue? It's a fucking retard
you believe what the Bible says, that there's oceans above?
Absolutely. Actually, I can prove that.
How?
I can post it on Twitter. If I had visuals, I would blow you away. But I don't think you've ever looked into flat Earth. You've looked into maybe Flat Earth Society, a disc flying through space. We don't believe in a disc flying through space. We believe in the Earth being the basement of the universe.
As basement?
As in there's nothing out there. Space is fake. That's why all your pictures of you love your Planet X and Mars and Jupiter. You know what's funny is
why do you keep saying Planet X, dude? I don't believe in Planet X.
You know what's funny about you, Adam? You know about the pagan god Jupiter, right?
I've heard of him. No, I'm not an expert in pagan gods.
Yeah, he's a storm god, and it's funny because they say Jupiter has this storm swirling. And this is all heliocentrism. It's you believe in sun worship where the sun is larger than the fucking motionless plane Earth. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. And Helios, Apollo, Lucifer, all this solar worship is pathetic, dude. Another thing, do you believe in Pluto? Just bite the bullet and say you do.
Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, actually, what do you mean by do I believe it's a planet or not? That's up for debate. But do I believe it exists? I do. Yes.
What about the moon landing? Do you believe they went to the moon in 1960s?
I question. I'm open to the idea that they faked some stuff for sure, or that they're lying about some things. But let me ask you about the firmament. What are meteors?
Let me get this straight. Let me ask. Oh. You believe astronauts spoke? Neil Armstrong spoke to Richard Nixon, the corrupt president, on a landline-based telephone.
That seems sketchy. That seems
miles away. You have to interrupt me because you're drowning.
I'm admitting to you that seems suspicious to me. Here's my take. This is how I responded on Twitter.
Don't say it seems suspicious. Say you believe they spoke on a landline-based telephone 240,000 miles away in the 1960s, where Buzz Aldrin went on the Conan show and said it was fake.
I told you it seems suspicious.
Fake, but we still went there. We filmed it. The filming is fake. Your own guy, Buzz Aldrin, Freemason, the Freemasons that you supposedly like expose Freemasons and Judaism, but like, come on, bro. They're
I know they're Masons.
Freemasons, bro.
Even if NASA never existed, though, we still have telescopes. You can go get a telescope. You can point it up. The firmament's not blocking you. You can see the planets. Do you think that all the planets are spheres, by the way, also, just like Earth is? But
really, hold on, pause.
Yeah. You can look at Mars. Go get a telescope. You got a lot of money. Get a nice telescope. Look at Mars. It's not an angel a light fluttering in the sky. It's a planet.
Okay. You said you can tell through a telescope, a luminary in the sky. You can tell what shape it is.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's a sphere. It's not just a light in the sky.
Yep.
Apparently, NASA disagrees with you.
How?
Because no telescope can show you a fucking rock. You can step on a fucking Pluto and stuff. It's a light in the sky. That's why they actually tell us we have those planetarium telescopes, observatory telescopes, and they're called Lucifer, and it's in the Vatican, and no one's allowed in there. Just like the Smithsonian Museum. You believe in dinosaurs too, right? Say it.
I do. Yeah. Dude, there's big telescopes like that all over the world, not just at the Vatican, by the way. You point to one telescope, they called it Lucifer, apparently. Doesn't that mean light bringer? Jesus is called Lucifer. Is Jesus Satan too?
That's the biggest one. I gave you the biggest one.
He's the light bringer. There's one on Palomar Mountain in Southern California. You can see the planets there. Dude, you really are denying that you can see Mars with a telescope?
Do you know the word planet comes from the word wanderer, like wandering star, because they're just stars that don't follow the blanket of God's will. They have their own path, like Mars, the fucking, what is it, the god of war and stuff. Do you understand these are wandering stars with a different twinkle, bro? They just like, are you fucking, what do you think the scientific consensus was on the moon before they landed? They said it's not a rock. It's cosmic plasma. That's why you can see stars through it. That's why the moon is translucent and transparent sometimes. That's why you see the moon during daylight. How the fuck can you do that?
Because the sun's shining on it.
Can you see blue sky running through the moon when it's translucent during the day? Of course you can. You can see stars through the moon. You can get a telescope and see stars through the moon because it's a fucking lumen. What?
I've looked at the moon all my life. I've never seen a star through the moon.
Let's bet $1,000. I'll send you 1 million videos.
You want to talk about what you see on the moon when there's an eclipse? You can see that the Earth is a sphere with a shadow on the moon.
What? That argument, EricDebate.com if you want to get debunked with that. But again, you said eclipse. They perfectly eclipse because it is a yin-yang system where the moon and the sun are the same size. You believe the sun is 93 million miles away, and it's just so big that it perfectly eclipses the moon.
You think it's a light just like put up in the heavens by God, and it's just on an arm or rotating because God just did some magic.
Hold on. Do you know what a red moon is?
I think it's from the atmosphere. Makes it look red.
How can a shadow have a hue of red? Unless it's not a shadow. You're drowning, bro. This moon
No,
shit
I'm not.
is debunked a million times over.
You're-
and you know what's funny, Adam? I
Let's see.
watched your content years ago, so I know you know some of these arguments, not the detailed ones. I know you know about flat Earth. You're just running around. But let's go to
I do know all types of reasons that we don't live on a flat
explain
Earth.
to me, where do you see curvature? At what altitude? Do you go with NASA's? NASA says, you know NASA's answer for this?
I don't know the exact figure. I know that you have to go up quite a the Earth. The Earth is so big and we're so small. You have to go up quite a bit to be able to see it.
Just so big.
Yeah.
So big we can fly around it in less than a fucking day.
You could see on an eclipse.
Curvature. What altitude? Give me some.
I don't know the exact figure. I don't spurg out on that kind of stuff.
Hold on. Why don't you start at the Red Bull jump?
The what? Red what jump?
Why don't you start at the Red Bull jump?
Red Bull jump. I don't know what you're talking about.
The Red Bull jump. Why don't you say there?
Red Bull. That's I don't know how high he was, if that was high enough to see it.
But we saw in the footage, it was a ball on the footage of the Red Bull jump.
They knew, and they were able to measure. They knew the Earth was a sphere, and they were able to measure its circumference thousands of years ago. And you'd rather deny that, and you'd rather believe what the Hebrew Torah says and what the rabbis believe.
Yeah, I'm talking to Adam Green on a podcast. He's such an idiot.
You'd rather promote this disinfo and discredit anything about the JQ you do talk about.
How do you know my name? From YouTube, dog. What content did you see of me?
Couple before Bradley Martin.
He's meeting a
Jesus
fan.
is king.
Yes, sir.
Jesus is king. Yeah, I'm talking to stupid pagan. Thank you. Okay, even
A slave. Are you a spiritual?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I am. But yo,
Is your heart circumcised?
Even guy, I am circumcised, but even my hotel guy who came to bring in beverages, he knows who I am because Jesus is flowing the Holy Spirit through me. And your channel is so depressing, Adam. You would be doing so good with us. You turned on Nick. And
I'll join you one day, maybe. You can convert me.
You know what's
and I'll be rolling in the dough too. I'll be shopping at Versace.
You'll get more money if you keep doing that Satanism shit. Actually, just do it on do it like Hassan Piker. But check it out. You know, Nick Fuentes was so charitable to your channel, and you turned on him. What the fuck?
Charitable? Uh-oh.
Hello?
Yeah, you froze there for a second. Are you back?
I was saying Nick Fuentes was so charitable to your channel, and you kind of like left him high and dry when you turned on Alex Jones, which I don't mind that much. But like, why don't you apologize and say Nick is not a fucking agent of the whatever?
I've said many times, I don't think he's some conscious agent that it has a handler and is being told what to say. I'm thinking he's fell into the Christian controlled opposition. He's not opposing Judaism.
Okay, sure. Adam,
he's affirming it.
So how come I see a day and night difference between Judeo-Christianity of Ben Shapiro and Nick? You don't see a difference? I'm the only one seeing a huge difference there?
There's minor differences, but they have the Torah in common. They both believe in Torah messianism. They worship the God of Israel, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Then why not promote Nick with that Judeo-Christian message if it's identical? Because they're clear.
Go ahead.
I got to know from you.
Because he's giving them the Christian controlled opposition, the type of anti-Semitism, blaming them for rejecting their Messiah. It is playing into their paradigm. You're not opposing Zionism when you're worshiping the God of Zion. You're not opposing the plan to conquer the world when you're willingly worshiping the Messiah that was meant to conquer the nations. Can you agree with that?
But you don't believe in worshiping having any effect. It's just a ritual.
Say that again. I don't believe in worshiping has any effect.
Yeah, you heard me, Adam.
No, I didn't.
You don't believe in that worship and ritual and prayer having any effect. You said
it has an effect. It doesn't have a supernatural effect.
Whoa. What about Marina Abramovich? How did she get? She's not bloodline royalty. How did she get surrounded with a Microsoft sponsorship doing pig blood art?
I don't know. She's a famous artist.
Whoa. So you're saying it's because she's Picasso that she got that Bill
No,
Gates?
I wouldn't call her Picasso, but she's
why,
artists are weird. They like weird shit. They like to do shocking
so
things.
Weird. So it's just weird.
Where's the magic though? Where's the magic in it?
Where's the magic? She's doing fucking blood magic and got $1 billion billionaire murderer psychopath like fucking Bill Gates.
So why don't these Satanists do some ritual and get you shut down everywhere?
So hold on. Name an artist that got that sponsorship or got Jay-Z and Beyonce to boost them that didn't do that kind of magic. Where's the art? You
don't think Jay-Z and Beyonce have boosted anybody that doesn't do weird art?
And that's why you're doing
No,
this.
I'm not.
Where are the artists painting daisies and roses getting those satanic sponsorships? Where are they? They don't exist.
Dude, you can name like one person that's done weird art that's got a big sponsorship. There's so many. Dude, whoever keeps calling in, you're not getting in. Stop interrupting the call.
Adam, why you're getting humiliated is I have a documentary where I name over 400 artists. You're going to lose so bad when I release that documentary. It's not just Marina, and you know it's not just Marina. You see it in the fucking music industry.
I didn't say that she's the only one. I'm saying there's a lot of other artists that do get brand deals that aren't doing weird blood art like she does.
Okay,
since we're talking about blood magic, let's talk about the blood magic of Jesus.
No. Name one. You said it now. Name one.
Dude, come on. I don't follow art like that. It's just you're making these like anecdotal arguments. I can't name any artists, any famous artists. All I know is that not every one of them does weird blood stuff like she does.
So why did Adam do when you used to be based, you did the research on Eyes Wide Shut, Marina Abramovich, all that transhumanist agenda stuff. You did the research on every single dark fucking sage out there, but now you can't name one, like, good artist, like kind artist that doesn't work with blood.
Hold on, we're gonna keep going on the blood, but I just want to ask the chat: can you guys hear this beep every time this person tries to call in? Let me know in the chat, and I got some super chats to read to you too. I'm gonna have to hang up this call and send you another link. I leaked. I showed the
super chats to get
code.
your back. Look, Adam.
Okay, they hear it. Hold on.
Is it a waste?
I'm going to have to end this and then send it back. I leaked the number, so that's why these idiots are calling in. These are your followers, not mine.
Okay, that's 2-0. 2-0 me. 2-0 me.
Yeah, we'll come back and run it back here in a second. Hold on. Oh, man, I'm choking on some spit. Oh. Okay, you should be right back in. And I will read the super chats. All right, we're back. Sorry about that.
Okay, are you back?
Yep.
Wait, Adam, why don't you cam up so I can see your... Wait, did you do the whole call without a camera?
No, you're on camera. We're streaming on OBS.
On cam?
What?
Are you not on cam? We didn't get any of your reactions?
No, I've been on camera the whole time.
Okay, so if I rewatch this, I'm gonna see your face choking and freezing during the debate, right?
I was choking, but not because of you, just because I choked on my water.
You know, Adam, I gotta say, I wasn't ducking you for the debate. I just thought, you know why I didn't mind getting on today, even though I'm tired, and I didn't even think I'd win this hard. But I know you're good faith most of the time. So if I say, hey, I don't have my notes, can I do it next time? You'll actually give me the benefit of the doubt. Actually, a lot of influencers or whatever they're called in this space, they've snaked you where they like hold on to something you said and misinterpret it. Nothing I've done to you today was snaky. I won fair and square. You don't think so?
Here, let me give you a pro tip. Having to say every 30 seconds that you won is not a good way of convincing you that you won. It seems a little like overcompensating.
But Adam, when I upload this on mine, this part where I say I won, I edit it out. I don't use it to convince the audience.
Okay.
I'm saying it to you, I won.
Are you trying to convince yourself, or are you trying to convince everybody else?
You don't have to say you lost. You could say you won the debate, but you're still correct on your topics. You know what I mean? Like, you could say, maybe I'm just not a good debater, but I still have the truth. You can do that. You want to cope and say that?
No.
So where do you feel you won here? I even answered your black
on the firmament, on the shape of the earth, on the blood magic, on there's no proof for black magic sorcery. I don't think you won on 1 point.
I didn't choke once. I gave you detailed forward responses.
You haven't answered one thing. How do meteors get through the firmament? That's what I want to know.
Right. A lot of people, well, remember, we start with the position that if we don't know everything, but we do say a lot of meteors could be from the firmament, like
just the firmament's breaking and coming down.
Right.
Come on, dude.
I mean, is it hard to believe you believed in a flood at one point?
No, I didn't. Even as a kid, I didn't believe in the flood story. That was one of the reasons I knew that it was nothing but fairy tales. Was Noah's Ark.
Adam, up until 2 months ago, I was not a Christian. I just believed in God. I'm telling you right now, my whole life I spent your atheist position. When I finished all these books and popped off on the internet, now that I'm known as, I'm debating Mohammed Hijab in the fucking UK, now that I'm known as like the titan of the intellectual dark web on fucking 100,000 viewer debates with Fuentes and Destiny, now that Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson are scared of guys like us, now that I'm the big brain crazy retard of the internet, the only thing that changed is I'm a Christian. I'm telling you that you grew up in the church. I never had church, and that's why I'm starving for it. And I read this stuff. Your position is that thousands and thousands of years of civilizations built by the cross was just an accident that was good up until they ruined.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. We would build civilization with or without Jesus. In many ways, it held us back.
No.
Here's a good super chat to answer that question.
Hold on, where's the Thor civilization? How long did that last?
I don't know when it started, but it ended around 1,000. Dude, that's irrelevant. I don't believe in Thor.
And I'm not giving it to just Christianity. I'm fair. I'm honest. I'm not a lying Christian. The three Abrahamic faiths are the only ones to build civilizations.
Yeah. They've conquered the world. They're bragging about that the Abrahamic. Yeah. You're not exposing the Matrix. You're an agent of the Abrahamic Matrix. You worship the God of Israel.
I was the first person on the internet to make the argument that Zionism and Nazis is two sides of the same coin. Do you remember that?
The first person on the internet?
Yes.
Eustace Mullins was saying that. I got an old video of Eustace Mullins saying that from decades ago.
No, first person on the internet that's not a fucking scholar, like one of our channels.
I've always heard that for years.
No, you haven't. You got fucking red pilled on that like a year and a half ago, where you're like, wait a minute. So it was actually with the Zionists? That makes no sense. You got red pilled on that by Bjorkins.
No, I had heard of that before. I've heard of that theory before. I did learn more about it from him.
No, you haven't, because you were like,
I knew about the transfer agreement. Everybody knows about the transfer agreement.
Dude, you were shocked when Hitler became a communist, and you learned that a year ago.
I don't even know. I don't necessarily believe in all that. I heard that.
No, I don't. No. I don't either, but I knew it. That's the point, is I'm open-minded. You just get fed information and then run with it.
That's not true. There's all types of information that I hear that I don't run with.
For 2 months, you peddled that Russia gave it to Germany or set up Germany for that fucking failure. You made Hitler a communist to your audience for 2 months. You remember that?
No, I interviewed an author who believed that. And that was like 2 videos like 3 or 4 years ago. But I'm not sure what point you're getting at. But let me get back to the part about civilization and
the point I'm getting at is
how degrading. Hold on.
Your mind is easy to mold.
How degrading is it to say that we can't build civilization without the God, the King of the and the Hebrew Moshiach? We don't need that.
Yeah. How check it out. Even if you were right, it's still like an egotistical position, because Michikaku, the American physicist, right? The Japanese American physicist, he said it's incredible. It's incredible how everything in No More News, Adam Green's religion of string theory and science, he said it's incredible how everything in string theory is mirrored in the Zohar and Kabbalah. There's a clip of him saying everything in string theory that we learn in a university is mirrored in texts that are thousands of years old from the Zohar, witchcraft, and Kabbalah. It's mirrored. Isn't that interesting? That
and so is flat Earth. Hold on, man. And I don't believe in string theory. I don't even barely know what string theory is.
Hold on. But that's the point. All that COVID science is mirrored into witchcraft with that Zohar stuff. So pretty much he's saying your materialistic lens of no religion is the most fucking position you can have.
No, it's not.
The most position you can have.
No, worshiping the God that chose the is the most position you could have.
That's why they invented dinosaurs to attack Christianity. Aliens, which you believe in, by the way.
No, I don't. Uh-oh, he froze.
Position as yes, you do. And yo, two-goat ritual is all you have. What is your proof that it's a fucking Hegelian dialect? Go ahead.
That it's the religion of Esau. It's antithetical to Judaism with the consuming of the blood and not following the commandments, worshiping God as a man.
Worshiping God as a resurrected, eternal, lasting. Hold on. I know you guys. They've committed deicide. Dude, it's not about Jesus' death. It's about the resurrection, that he's eternal, everlasting God. Why do you delete that part?
I don't.
You always say it's the wanting the Gentiles to believe.
I don't believe superheroes rise from the dead.
Hold on. Why do you always say it's the wanting the Gentiles like Zherka to believe that their God was killed by just a mere and blah, blah, blah? Then why would they add so much of the everlasting resurrection part? Why would they make Christ that overpowered?
How is he
You're
overpowered,
an idiot, bro? Like, if
hold on. Let me talk. Yeah. First of all, I've never ignored the fact that they believe Jesus resurrected. Do you really believe what the Bible says, that when Jesus died, that the graves opened up and the saints walked around Jerusalem, and no Roman or no historian wrote anything about that?
I do not believe in the timeline of history is warped, and I don't believe that it's the direct word of God. I believe there are psychic revelations that Gnostics wrote. So, yeah, there could be many parts of the Bible that are rewritten, like probably the shellfish part. I don't buy into that much. So, yeah, there's some stuff that if I feel in my heart, not in my heart. Let's just look at it logically. The parts of the Bible that didn't build the greatest civilizations on earth aren't that important, dude. Shellfish, and you hold on to Esau. You don't hold on to anything else. Like, dude, Gentiles would have been wiped from existence without that cross, not just the Crusades.
Really?
Do you believe the Dark Ages were really dark? Or was it that was pre-Enlightenment, the greatest time to live?
Yeah.
You believe in
there was some dark times.
Whoa.
Anti-Zion.
So hold on. How did the Da Vinci's of the world how did all those geniuses come to be, if not for that Christian era? You believe the mainstream narrative that the Dark Ages were dark when it was the best time to live.
I don't think so. I don't think Catholicism is a sect, a messy. Let me talk, dude.
Hold on, Adam. If I can prove to you the timeline of history is warped by like maybe 1,000 years of stuff, if I can take away dinosaurs from your head, you know your whole argument would fall apart, right?
I don't think so. Well, it depends on what argument you're talking about, because I don't know what you're talking about. Did he leave, or did he? I think he might have clicked off on accident because he was talking. Oh, there he is. Sorry, I think you pressed the button.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying your whole theological position would crumble if you said, you know what, Zherka, there's so much proof that they lied about the timeline of history. I don't think we're in the year 2023. You know, as soon as you do research on that, which, dude, it's overwhelming how many scholars say they lie about the timeline. And it's not just a couple hundred years. It's ridiculous. They also lie about, I know you believe in science and vax, so you believe this is the best time to live on Earth, the highest lifespan, that you live the longest life in 2023, right?
In some ways, yeah, we've got the best technology in some ways. People were probably happier in past times, though. There's a lot of problems that comes with the technology.
Yeah, because you saw my argument about depression. That's why you said that. But I'm not even going there. I'm saying you really believe that we get the best medicine.
Yeah, we're the most advanced in medicine. There's a lot of bad medicine though, too.
Are you vaccinated?
No.
Are you? Why?
The ones I got when I was a baby.
All right, but why are you not if we have the best medicine?
Because I don't trust. I don't trust them. I don't think I need them.
But no. Why are you picking and choosing the conspiracy? You don't trust them for vax, but you trust them for them telling you this is the best time.
Antibiotics. If you had an infection, would you not take antibiotics?
Even if I did, how does that break my position?
Like I said,
I'm saying that there's better antibiotics that are suppressed. Think of 200 versions of Viagra, because I have erectile dysfunction from my past, right? So think of it's unfortunate, but it makes me read more. 200 different types of Viagra. Forget the comedy. Why are there 200 different types of working Viagra in China that are illegal here? Because they're suppressed. It's a monopoly here, right? Yes, we don't have the best medicine. Me saying I like antibiotics doesn't mean I probably could have had way better antibiotics in the fucking dark ages when they understood alchemy and stuff, instead of giving us fake COVID signs.
I don't think so. They died from infections back then.
You have to interrupt, Adam. And I'm giving you golden content that I've never given anyone, all of me like this. You have to interrupt. It's a shame. You just said you don't trust but you trust the timeline of history?
Tell me how I'm wrong. How is history wrong? But just actually, before you get that, let me hold on. Zherka, just wait.
You want me to loop? You always want me to loop, bro.
I don't want you to loop.
You know what's funny is when Owen Benjamin gives his low IQ answers, you absorb them. When Bjorkins and the smarter guys, you absorb it. When I do it, you keep thinking of your paycheck like, oh, he's taking followers from me, dude.
No, I don't.
Adam. I will go on your show 10 times and make your channel huge if you just give me good faith. I spend so much time watching. It's like meeting my hero, and turns out he's like a
dude. Come on, you're not answering any of my questions. I've been trying to read the same super chat for 20 minutes.
Go ask. Okay. I'll bet you anything I'm looping 3 times, and my editor is gonna make a highlight reel of me repeating my answer to you. Go.
Okay. Anonymous says, remind Zherka that civilization existed before Christianity, and Western civilization is European success, not Christian success. Why does Africa and other countries with high rates of Christianity are so violent and primitive?
Yeah. Hang on. First of all, the white people held the cross closest to their heart. That's why they benefited the most. The only people who beat them is because they're with the Satan. But check it out. Again, repeat the beginning part of his question, the first sentence.
Civilization existed before Christianity, and Western civilization is European success, not Christian success.
Yes. According to the most influential man, Aleister Crowley, the civilizations that were before Christianity had not just a weekend thing, obsession with ritual, with children, goats and animals. Christianity wiped all of that away. That is what you're defending. And I know what he's going to say. He's going to say, well, they only a goat and a child in the twice a week. It was like 10 times a day on pagan temple steps. The civilization you're defending is fake news from
What's
Hollywood.
Your source for that?
Hold on, man. Let me finish.
I'd like to see the source for that.
Hold on. The have made you obsessed with Achilles. They weren't that advanced. The most advanced time to live in was the Dark Ages, medieval ages.
No.
Period. Well, hold on, Adam.
No.
Hold on, Adam. Do you believe in the World War II history we're taught?
Some of it.
Do you believe like 80% of it is fake news?
I haven't thought about what percentage of it. I'd say maybe
majority.
I'd have to think about it. Maybe 10% of it's fake. Depends on how you look at it.
Come on, I've seen your content. You've debunked 80% of World War II. Stop lying.
Well, it's just
You're
a percentage
so
of how wrong it is. It depends. I'd have to think about that. It depends on which way you look at it.
You're doing destiny answers. It depends. You've debunked World War II, Adam. You're the one who did that first. You're known for this channel.
I don't even know what you mean debunked it. I haven't.
I don't know what you mean. You debunked World War II. Now you're like taking it back.
Well, I just don't know what you mean exactly by debunked.
You debunked World War II before Nick Fuentes.
Which aspect of it?
You debunked World War II. I'm not going to try and get your channel banned. I'm not going to talk about which aspect. You debunked World War II before Nick Fuentes, like years before.
Okay.
So why are you pretending you didn't do that?
I'm not pretending I didn't do anything. I said that I don't believe all of it.
Okay, maybe, I don't know if I'm fucking up your sponsors or whatever, but
I don't have sponsors.
The point I'm trying to make is if we turn the cameras off and you could be honest, you'd say, yeah, Zherka, I don't believe in the World War II narrative. I don't know why I believe in the Dark Ages narrative. You know there's something fishy with that one.
Because I see how Christians are anti-science, and I know that the Christians were in charge through the Vatican. So
How are Christians anti-science when your fucking heliocentrism came from a Jesuit from the Vatican?
That's not true. Priest. That's not true. That he wasn't the first one to do it.
Hold on.
And how are Christians anti-science? You can't believe in anything. They deny things that contradict the Bible, like evolution, creation.
Astrology. Christians gave us astrology.
Dude, people were looking at the stars long before Christianity.
No.
What are you talking about?
Why are you pretending that the church fathers were not fucking subverted by Freemasons who just studied astrology, geology? They studied everything, bro. They're the fucking smartest guys on earth.
Say No to Yahweh says 1,500 years. Hold on.
Mercury.
1,500 years, the Catholic Church pushed geocentrism under pain of death.
Based, yeah. And by the way, Adam,
yep.
You know, if you and I were in a helicopter right here having, I guess we're having a conversation because it wouldn't be a debate. We both hate them. I'm kidding. But look, let's say we're in a helicopter right here, Adam. You believe the Earth's in rotation, which the 6 experiments, I think Michelson Morley, all agree that the Earth is motionless. Mm-hmm. You believe that if we hovered 10 hours a day here, that we would land as the Earth rotates. We would land in China, but we always land in the same spot. Then you try and lie about Coriolis and say that the atmosphere is moving too, which is fucking.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's just like being in a car, or a moving train. No. You go up and it goes right back down in the same spot. This is like simple physics.
You're saying in the car you're not feeling the motion? What do you mean?
Not if you're going at constant speed.
Right. But you wouldn't be in the car. You would be on the crust, the roof of the car. You fucking idiot. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, the roof of the car would be way out above the atmosphere would be the roof of the car.
Okay.
We're inside the atmosphere. We're so small compared to the world. We're like little tiny bacteria on a tennis ball. You hit the tennis ball and it could stay in there because it's stuck in the little fur.
Adam. Mm-hmm. When I'll send you some Freemasonic literature, the royal families believe that when you're depressed, your bioelectric magnetic diurnal nocturnal pulse from your heart makes a shield, like halo, makes a shield around you. When you're depressed, the shield goes down, you get sick easier. Do you believe that's just fake news that the royal family learns that for fun? Or do they get real science and we get some fucking COVID science?
I don't know about what the royal family has to do with. You believe in like the toroidal spear that comes out?
They're gonna say I'm CIA. You're the biggest conspiracy channel, and you're speechless. You're speechless because if you disagree, in a few weeks you're gonna look because your chat's gonna look into this stuff. You're not a conspiracy channel. You're like Nick Fuentes.
I'm not a conspiracy channel.
You're not a conspiracy channel. You tried. You built your following being conspiracy. Then you switched to politics, and now you're in this place where everyone is controlled in a hex spell, which is the seal of Solomon.
Matrix.
Yeah, everyone's in a spell, but you don't believe in spell casting.
No, I believe it's a spell, but it's like a psychological manipulation, like fake prophecy fulfillment. You believe that have the power of prophecy and that they prophesize Jesus and that he's got a plan for the end times?
Well, why would, since Freemasonry is a Protestant arm of the Vatican started by Kabbalists and mysticism, and they worship all these like ancient, the religions of antiquity, anything Antichrist. Why would Manny P. Hall, one of the greatest authors of all time, genius, he's no Jordan Peterson, he's way above that. Why did he write about magic and mental rays being shot into ether? Why did he write about magic being real? And I'm talking about supernatural magic, not just putting a spell on an armband and walking into and starting a riot. Not that kind of spell casting with the. He's literally talking about there's people who can shoot a mental ray across the fucking earth. And
I don't care who wrote that. I'd like to see what the proof is for that.
Hold on. That's my problem.
Yeah.
You keep reading what these Albert Pike and the Grand Wizard of Freemasonry, you keep reading what they wrote to incriminate them, but you ignore the part where he says the earth is geocentric. Why? Why would people who work for the Federal Reserve and Treasury, who run banking systems, be flat earthers? Why?
Who in the banking system is a flat earther?
No, start with the Grand Wizard. If you debunk this, you win. Why would Albert Pike write about the earth being geocentric? He's the Pope of Freemasonry. It doesn't get higher than this. It's not Bill Gates. It's way higher. This is literally your ballpark, the highest level guy you could think of. Go.
I thought he was just a Freemason. Anyway, I don't care what Albert Pike wrote about that. What matters not who said something, who wrote something in a book. It's what is the proof of it.
You quote our Pope. You quote the Catholic. You quote the papacy and the Pope all the time. Why can't I quote the Pope of the evil?
I'm not citing the Pope says that magic is real, so magic is real. I'll say like the Pope says has.
So why do you cite what Netanyahu says or any Gnostic rabbi?
I'm not using them to prove that magic is real.
I'm giving you the highest level sage and rabbi, and you're saying, no, I don't believe what he's
saying. Okay, does Pike provide any proof of the rays coming from the mine and reaching the other side of the earth?
No. Pike said about geocentrism. Manny P. Hall said the rays.
Okay.
And Pike talks about magic too, by the way. If I give you that, will you say, yes, it's flat? Because clearly the highest ranking, the Pope of Freemasonry, your clan that you're afraid of, if he's saying it's flat, like, come on, bro. 99%?
So you're promoting a Talmudic Freemasonic view of the world, is what you're telling me.
That is not supposed to be shared with the public.
Then why are there viral videos all over TikTok then?
It's not oral. I just said something written. I didn't even say oral law. Number two,
I didn't say oral.
How's it a deception if it's not supposed to be read by you and I? Deception would be for us, you idiot. You don't even know what you're saying.
Well, why is it being promoted on TikTok everywhere? And also, back to the point, I don't care what some famous person wrote in a book if they said magic is real or the earth's the center of the universe.
What the Pope, right?
I care what their arguments and their evidence are. I don't care what some famous person said. I care what the evidence is for what they say.
Beautiful. That same page has the argument. Do you care to read it now? No, I'll give it to you. Do you care to read it?
No, I'll read it. Sure.
Okay, if I send you all this proof that the earth is flat from the highest ranking sages, what are you going to say? And they also talk about the earth being 6,000 years old. Are you going to buy into that or dinosaurs?
I definitely don't think the world is 6,000 years old.
How old is it? Because of carbon dating and an air bubble.
I believe, I don't know for a fact because science can change, but what do they say? 4.5 billion years old?
That's what you believe?
I mean, that's the scientist's best estimate.
Was that COVID scientist or who? You're getting cooked alive. Adam, I said, I beat Nick in a bit of a debate. I've had him on the back foot. I mean, he's a genius. But Nick, I've always said to my community, I'm like, Nick is actually not the guy I fear the most. Adam Green is. because
Wow.
he's my first esoteric channel. But I realized because I watched you for so long, you're so easy to debunk.
What have you debunked though? Where you didn't debunk anything right now. You said Manly P. Hall says it, that says the earth's flat, but where is the proof for it? And how does that have anything to do with all the proofs that it doesn't?
This is all passion. And Nightclub Bouncer, I'm citing sources. Morals and Dogma is Albert Pike's book where he mentions it. I'm giving you Manny Peel's book of magic, and I think it's Mystic Masonry too, like low-level stuff. I'm giving you Masonic monitors and citing sources, and I'll even give you pages like the Lucifer pages 321. You haven't provided any answers that satisfied me. You're very satisfied because you're getting the content. You're like, holy fuck, he's giving me all the esoteric shit. I'm giving it to you, but you have to at least admit you lost.
Lost what? What have I lost?
You're
which
not
point?
going to
Which
bed.
point did I lose on?
You're not going to bed today as an atheist. You're back on the fence. I know it.
No, you've done literally zero to convince me of God or that flat Earth is real.
Angry or you laugh.
I'm not. I think you're funny. Oh yeah, I wanted to say this too. I'm a fan of you, although I disagree with.
No, you're not. You don't
yes,
even
I
watch
am.
My content. You said you only skip to the Christian parts. You don't actually watch my content.
I didn't say that. You can't TikTok. I can't even avoid you now. Every video it pushes me, and the algorithm is from you. I've retweeted you. I've.
You know what's funny is Adam. You know you're the true Christian. Your temperament is Christian, married, beautiful family and kids, and you make us look so good. We need you back on our team, but you're obsessed with looking different. You want to be the guy who's like, everything, even Jesus, and it's just fucking.
You don't think Jesus is Jewish?
No. What the fuck?
Come on! It says in the beginning of Matthew that where is the one born the king of the.
But you don't either. For years, you talked about how it's a split tribe, that it's not the same Messianic.
I never said that. It is a sect of Messianic, but I never disputed that he was.
I learned from you that oral law came from Babylonian serpent worshipping Ophite types. You're the one who said it's not the same. I learned it from you. That's why I can debunk you.
You're not. I've never not thought that Jesus was. Never.
That's not the question.
How can he be? How can he be the Messiah, but not be?
Look at you run. Did you not teach your audience and me that oral law Talmudic came from Babylonian serpent worshippers that are not? You taught me that.
No, it's the Babylonian Talmud. Yeah, there's also a Jerusalem Talmud as well, but it's commentary on the Mishnah and Gemara, which is based on the Torah.
But hold on. If you just see it my way, where the timelines are not like thousands of years apart, North America, Africa, you look at any continent on Earth, there was serpent worshippers, Nagas in India or whatever. It wasn't just Ophites. If everyone worshipped serpents and had that ritual of a baby's head, why would they keep babies' heads up for thousands of years? And what stopped it was Christianity. Why is the default position without the cross a baby's head up on an altar? It's because Christianity is the only. It's not even a religion. It's just God,
dude.
That's where God
to think
is.
That like the only thing stopping me from my baby's head up is to believe in a blood magic ritual of Jesus.
You are a dirty bro. But
no, I'm not.
I never said Adam would the baby's head up. I said every tribe leader, every Epstein leader in every tribe. You taught me that everyone on earth believed in that serpent story. You're the one who red-pilled me, you idiot. Now you're pretending that content doesn't exist.
I don't see what the serpent worship has to do with child sacrifice.
Hold on. We'll get there. Am I lying that you taught me about all those serpent tribes? Am I lying right now?
I've covered serpent worship. Yeah, I've covered that before.
And you said in your content, it is weird how, I don't know if they're 100 years apart or thousands, nobody really knows, but it's weird how before the Christianity, that was the default position. It wasn't Mars and blah. That was like very short-lived. Mars, the god of war and shit. It was serpent worship of temptation and stuff. And what's weird is I can either go with that position, which is very Christian position, or that Genesis is the start, which I like that one better. But either way, the serpent is real. Carl Jung said, if it's real to billions of people, signs and symbols rule the world. That's why the generative principle in Masonry, they use that sacred geometry G, the seventh letter, the God letter, right? He said, if something is floating in ether and mental plane and in billions of people's minds, and it's just a symbol, let's say a cross, which is a point, right? Point of the universe, then it's real. That all this invisible world where we all think about Christianity and was it real, was it? If billions of people are sharing the thought, there's truth to the thought, not a bit of truth, absolute truth. Just because there's verses that debunk Jesus in the Bible doesn't mean you can say thousands of years of civilizations built by the Bible is fake news, right?
Just because a lot of people believe something doesn't make it true, though. That's
well, but that's the thing. It's like, name something more powerful.
Oh, I mean, religion is definitely powerful. I wouldn't disagree with you there.
Name a larger name than Jesus in the mind of humanity throughout thousands of years. You can't do it.
Jesus conquered the world.
Hold on.
Let me finish. Let me answer. Jesus conquered the world. This is the greatest book ever sold. It's dominated the world the last 2,000 years. Yeah. And this is for the benefit of the. They wanted. Do I need to show you the verses where they want the Moshiach to rule over the nations?
You know, Jesus, he totally destroyed all of these beautiful pagan religions. But Björkins never talks about all the studies he did about them children or animals. He never talks about that, but he knows about it. He talked about the pottery and how Greeks fucked cows and shit and how Christianity fixed all that. He talks about how Christianity is the only pure religion, but then all of a sudden he has amnesia. Why does he never talk about the disgusting pagan religions and their practices that were daily? You agree that they fucking children and goats.
I'm sure there's been in cultures all over the world throughout time.
Where is that culture within Christianity's scripture, bro?
In the priests in the Catholic Church.
It was never practiced. That's the point.
Dude, you don't think that there's tons, thousands, if hundreds of thousands of Jesus-believing Christians that have abused children?
Yes, but you're still talking about 0.0000001 of the religion.
That's probably what you're talking about too.
Pagan religion.
I don't believe.
You're talking about a few Jesuits that you agree are not Christian, right? Like
if they believe in Jesus, I consider them Christians.
Oh, really? Okay. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you: am I a vegan? But I eat red meat every day. Does that make me a vegan?
No.
Then how can a priest who feels they're being watched by an eternal, infinite judger be a Christian?
Every Christian believes that. That's what every Christian believes.
You lost.
No, I didn't.
Whoa.
You lost.
The analogy is that the priest is the vegan eating, raping the red meat. You just admit that's not a vegan. You just said that's not a Christian. By your own logic, you lost, you fucking.
No. If they believe in Jesus, if they believe in the blood of Jesus, I consider them a Christian. There is no real Christian because Christianity isn't real.
So bite the bullet and say the vegan who eats red meat is still a vegan. That's the only way out of this.
What makes somebody a Christian in your mind?
You're not answering it. You're not answering it.
You're not answering. What makes somebody a Christian?
And say the vegan eating red meat is still a vegan. The Christian a child is still a Christian, right?
If no matter what they do, if they believe Jesus is the Son of God that died for their sins, I consider them a Christian.
You can't answer it. We're not talking about Son of God. We're talking about vegan. Answer the vegan analogy.
It's not a good analogy because it's different.
You're pathetic. It's a perfect mirror analogy. I'm known
not.
for winning debates. Adam, is a vegan who eats red meat every day a vegan? Yes or no?
Of course not. Is a priest that a kid but believe? Hold on.
How is a priest? So how is a priest who believes they're going to be judged and burn in hell? A child. How does you actually believe he believes that he's going to get judged and burn in hell? He doesn't believe it.
No, he'll just say some Hail Marys and pray for his sins.
Another thing, earlier you said if they take a Jesuit oath, they're not Christians, right?
It depends on. I don't know what the oath says. Hold on. There's a
$60. I'm going to meditate to get this madness out of my head. At this moment, I pity you, Adam. You are taking one for the team.
Easiest win of my life, bro.
They say that they pity me, and I'm taking one from the team.
Yeah.
Hey, I told you don't flex on me, bro.
That's not an argument. That's not your faggot community.
Here's the answer. Here's the answer about the priest.
Get Owen Benjamin's atheist ass to defend you.
So children is a sin, right? So you can't be a Christian if you sin. That's what you're saying.
No. It's not just a sin. It's the worst one.
I agree. It's actually, it would be a sin because.
And no, I don't think a vegan whose internal values do not match their external habits, like eating meat, I don't believe that's a vegan. I'm not bad faith like you.
Oh my gosh, we've already gone 1 hour and 40 minutes.
I would say that if I was losing too. We got another hour to do.
No, I got to pee and I got to go soon.
You sure? Where do you got to go, Adam?
We're going to do it again.
Oh, we're going to do it again. And you're going to do better with the notes, you know? But Adam,
the footnotes.
Let's stop debating because I noticed you usually don't hesitate 5 seconds to answer people, like only with me because you think I'm trapping you. Fuck it. Adderall's really kicking in today. But Adam, I got to know, like...
So you're telling me you had an advantage that you're on Adderall this whole time. This is not a fair fight.
Yeah, no, I'm honest. I cheat. I cheat on debates. I'm not smart without Adderall. I'm honest. I don't lie about anything I do take, women I fuck. I'm not a dirty Christian who women behind the scenes. In this hotel, I'm sure if I have like a model I meet, I'm going to fuck her brains out. I'm not a good Christian. I'm a horrible Christian. I just convert people. I don't lie about any of my positions. I don't do that thing you just did about the vegan thing.
Anonymous sent $3 Zherka W drowning.
Thing, but I'm giving you a bigger paycheck being a Christian.
Legendary
I'll be on your
debate.
channel once a week.
Zherka W come to Christ, Adam stop being a trust the science godless
you
boomer.
converted someone
Christ
as
is King,
stubborn
God
as me
wins.
to Christianity, and you did it through political arguments, not even any spiritual arguments. Years ago, I would just watch you and like another dude. I was sad to see your fall from grace because what is the point of fighting? Like you're defending the Bible by accident?
No, I can agree with some of the biblical values without believing that it's real.
Earlier, you said anyone can just make their moral code. Like, where did you?
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Yeah, you said
I said people attribute meaning to things in their life. Like, what's your purpose in life?
All right, let me ask you this: when in the pagan days, when everyone was just having sex with their aunt,
if he will talk to Big Ten,
and it was every day, every second of every day, isn't it kind of interesting how one Gnostic who had a psychic revelation said, man with woman, don't touch your mother, aunt, sister, don't have sex with any of them, Leviticus mode. Isn't it, you really think the concept of marriage is not the most profound thing to these savages? Because Albert Pike, the Pope of Freemasonry, wrote that the origins of atheism is the origins of savagery and nihilism and the most bloody turmoil. Now, I butchered the quote a bit, but you can Google it. Even the Luciferian ruling class, there's so many fucking books I can quote where they say that the atheist position is lower intelligence than a dog. The only thing that separates Adam Green and a beast and a dog is dog backwards, right? God, the God question. And really, you got to ask yourself, like, a dog can never ponder on a sunset, memories, beauty, none of that. The only thing that separates us from animals is the God question. And you want to be an animal and go back into just, you want to f your wife and just eat food and that's the meaning of life? Like, you want to be an animal? What do you even tell?
We are animals. Okay. We're primates. We're advanced primates.
Is your mom in your life, Adam?
Yeah.
Are you close with her?
Yep. And she's Christian too.
Yeah. God bless her soul. Let's go. She's in my prayers now. I write it in my book. But check it out. Adam, I knew she's Christian. Why am I saying that? But Adam, do you have a brother or sister?
Yeah, I have a sister.
Okay, knock on wood. I hate using these examples, but I'm desperate to bring you because I really don't like the other YouTubers for this movement. They make me look bad. Your content is good when you're not being a thick-headed, bad faith actor, but it's because I'm exposing you. You have a sister, right?
I don't know. I've heard you talk about people's sisters, so I don't know if
I would never do that to a Christian family, ever. And I wouldn't even fucking look in her eyes if I was in the same room since, you know,
I saw you joking about Aiden Ross's sister.
Aiden's he's evil. I can fuck that demon. But check it. But check it out. Knock on wood. If your mom lost her daughter today in a car crash, how the fuck would you look her in the eye and say Jesus is not real? Like, why are you so animalistic?
I wouldn't do that because it would be mean to her, and because Jesus is her crutch and it helps her cope. But I would think in my head,
you'd continue with this content that destroys her. You would.
Well, she doesn't watch my videos.
Well, if she did, you would continue doing this content, wouldn't you?
When terrible things happen like that, I see that as proof that God isn't real. All of the terrible suffering
So wait. But how come you used to understand the free will story? When we were divinely
I hear it. I've heard the free will.
No, you used to defend it. You used to say, yeah, it makes some sense that you're divinely ordained free will. Now, all of a sudden, you're like, if bad things happen and there's no free will, what?
No, there isn't. Well, first of all, we don't have free will. We don't have a choice to have free will,
every
right?
Sickness on earth, every COVID type sickness, dude, we have the cures. That's human on human violence. Even hurricanes, where in Jewish mysticism, they actually say the more you sin, the more the weather gets bad on that side of the earth and there's more hurricanes and disasters. Bro, it seems like these people had it figured out. Your COVID science is not enough for me, bro. I'm not hitting follow on your channel because you're selling me COVID science.
No, I'm not. COVID science, please.
Well, earlier you said you believe everything in science except the you're afraid of.
I did not say I believe everything in science. I said there's probably a lot of science consensus in science that's wrong or bought off.
Google satellites in space and find one picture that's not computer generated. 97% of Earth Wi-Fi is done through triangulation, grid tower. I'm not CIA and weather.
Wake it up, sent $5. You're breaking your poor mom's heart, Adam.
Satellites, 100 million a day satellite is up there when all satellite dishes are pointed to grid towers. Like, you're an idiot, man. Like, you don't do your research. You're not even on the dark web. I think you're just on BitChute too much. Are you a Christian? Are you a nationalist?
Am I on 4chan? No, I don't consider myself a nationalist.
Aren't people the best on earth, though?
We're pretty good in a lot of ways.
I think we're the most fair. And would you consider Albanian?
Are you Albanian?
Yeah, 100%. I'm a refugee. I was saved by the Clinton Foundation. That's why they say I'm CIA. But that's how
I'd say you're half, basically.
What's the other half? Like,
yeah, like half Arab, half European.
So what? You think Anglos are the only? What about Italians?
They're Southern European.
Wouldn't Italians be the original and you guys be second off?
I mean, it depends on the way you look at it. Northern Europeans are the whitest skin. So
when did you lose your virginity, Adam?
Now we're talking. When I was 15, I believe. 14, 15.
You're a degenerate?
I'm not a saint or an angel, no.
I lost it at 21, you lost it at 15. What, were you like some stoner kid?
I was a jock. I was the star basketball player at the school.
You were fucking at 15. So when did you become a traditional Christian? Like when your channel first started?
Dude, I was raised Christian and I never believed it. I was never a Christian. When I started my YouTube channel, it was always criticizing.
So wait, you don't believe the thing that brought us here and every civilization, but Pluto and dinosaurs you've absorbed?
Yeah, I do believe in Pluto, dinosaurs, evolution, and a globe Earth. And no Jesus.
Adam, when is the first dinosaur bone found? Do you even know?
I've heard you say it, or I've heard Christians say like the 1800s or something like that, but I haven't fact checked that myself.
Only in the West, right?
I don't know why you think it's funny that you like. It's only Christians that want to deny dinosaurs because it conflicts with what the Bible says.
No, that's
you
wrong.
Have a bias.
Most Christians on earth are who believe that Jesus was around during dinosaurs. They're totally psyoped.
They do think that. You're right. Hey, I really do got to go though. We're almost 2 hours. I got to pee and I got somewhere I got to be.
Adam,
yeah.
I want to do one more stream where I actually ask about your personal life because I want to know how you turned into this like demon. And then when I have my full desktop where it's not this like on a computer, on a phone, do the footnotes debate. I think there's a program where we can click each other's links and show everything, right?
Yeah.
But since I feel like you drowned today, what is your best evidence that, you know, psyop?
Best evidence that Christianity is a psyop?
Sure, yeah.
The fact that the whole goal of God's chosen people and Yahweh and is to get all of the nations to abandon idol worship and worship the God of Israel that chose them. And they accomplished that through Christianity, basically getting them to worship the God of Israel and be quasi-Noahides and to consider themselves sheep following the Messiah.
If that's true, then why would they say the peak of Christianity is the Dark Ages if they want the world to be Christian?
Why would they say the peak? I've never heard anybody say the peak of their control was the Dark Ages, but I don't know.
Then if they want the world to be Christian, they would say that that's the best time to live in.
Well, I wouldn't say not every wants the world to be Christian. It was just one sect or a particular small number of like Peter and Paul that wanted it.
So their grand plan changes for the timeline of history only.
They adapt their prophecies, and it depends. You know, this is like an evolving thing with different generations and different views. It's
okay. Well, do you believe that the Freemasons, the movers and shakers of earth?
I believe Freemasonry has roots for sure. Solomon's Temple and what?
Well, there's no evidence that it goes back to Solomon's Temple, but I know what you're saying because they have a lot.
Their rituals and their stuff is about Solomon's Temple.
It's really Egyptian shit, right? Like the highest level black magic is Egypt. But I'm wondering, like, what's higher than the umbrella of Freemasonry? Because some people would say that encompasses the Vatican, but you'd say the Vatican's higher than Freemasonry. What's the top of the pyramid? It is the Vatican, right?
No, I don't think the Vatican's. You think the Vatican's the top of the pyramid? They're worshiping the God of Israel and the Torah Messiah.
So the Jesuit order, Jesuit order there's nothing more powerful. What is more powerful than the Vatican?
They're under mind control, believing the fairy tales.
Who does Netanyahu?
They're theologically conquered.
Wait, hold on, let me get this right. Netanyahu is bowing down to fairy tale magicians. Are
Christians?
Who's
I've never seen Netanyahu bow to anybody.
No. You're saying Netanyahu, who bows to those rabbis, is bowing to a fairy tale magician, correct?
Oh, when he bows to rabbis. They might believe it, or maybe they don't, and they are using it as wizardry.
Say that again. So wait, is that wizardry meaning like I'm correct in the supernatural?
No. I use wizardry like using fake prophecy fulfillment and psychological manipulation. That's what I mean by wizardry.
And dude, I'm making the argument easy for you because when I said the rabbi, I'm trying to say like rabbis are the Vatican. That's why they have the same hats. I'm trying to help you. But
they're Jewish. I do agree they're Jewish, yeah.
Yeah, sure. But let me get this straight. You believe they have some ancient, high-level psychological kind of tricks to make every world leader that's like even Vladimir Putin, who was, I think you debunked him as he was trained, he was taught Yiddish and that he is Zayo? Was that you who said that?
I don't know about he might have learned Yiddish from the family that helped raise him.
Adam, you were the first channel to not Vladimir Putin's, and I was impressed, like, because you said you debunked him fast. I think you were the first channel, right?
One of the first, maybe. I don't know. I haven't kept track.
Nick Fuentes, I love to death, but he'll be like, "Oh, Putin's a hero," and you were like, "No, not really. He's not a hero. He's like controlled." You were like the first channel to get it right.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, man, I really want to wrap it up. I have to go.
Weird. Do you like Putin now?
No, I don't.
Yeah, because I want to do like once a week where we talk and I actually ask you, because I don't have time to research all that political stuff now that I'm making all this fucking money. But
how are you making your money? How are you making so much money?
was dating program, right? So I studied on a bunch of Adderall. I studied psychosexual theory because my twin brother is a therapist and I'm just like some caveman. And I studied psychosexual theory because I wanted to know what I'm doing. That's like, I knew I could pick up a lot of women for $1,000. I could pick up like 500 women on the street, but I didn't know how to explain what I'm doing. So when I researched psychosexual theory with Freud, I realized, oh, like a woman's biggest fear is death anxiety. That's why if Adam is in a Ferrari and he says, hey, jump in the car, they hesitate. But if they're beautiful and they come up to us and they say, hey, come with me, most men go with the girl, right? Because we're not afraid of them. So when I studied this stuff, I broke it down for years on stream and I gave free advice because I was like, they'll subscribe. But I got reached out by some angel investors who said, if you package that stuff up, you can make a ton of money. And I said, I don't want to. I'm not organized. Like, I can barely find my notes for Adam debate. But they're like, we'll do it for you. We'll take this much. I want you to talk on camera for like 8 hours. And so they lived with me for a week. And I said, the way my brain works is like, I'm only smart like a couple times a week, but it's genius level. Because I have like some Rosicrucian methods I practice for my meditation or like my solar lunar learning. It's not satanic. Trust me, it's not. But it's not.
Yeah.
But so this camera crew who came to live with me in a penthouse in Miami, they were shook because they're like, can we start rolling? Like, we're not on schedule. And I'm like, no, it pours out. Like, the Holy Spirit will just pour out of me. So you have to wait. So I would actually wake them up at 3 a.m. and say, now. And I'd fucking.
No.
And they would be shook. Yes. And they'd be
no, you
shook.
just cut out. You froze. That's why I said no. Sorry.
Oh, which part?
Just like the last 5 seconds.
Yeah, basically, I lived with this camera crew, and then we packaged it, and then they sold it they wanted to sell it for like $2,000, but I said it's going to be under a regular dating course. They're like usually $1,000, and it's going to be 3 hours instead of 1 hour, like these fucking scammers. And I want my first product to not be a scam or even 10% of a scam. I want it to be my baby that I can keep updating. But I didn't do this for years because teaching men how to get women is like teaching men how to, scam. Women are so. But that's a joke, comedy, and I'm not sexist. But check it out. I started making all this money because I go on all these platforms and promote it. At 100,000 viewers peak on Rumble, I didn't plug it. I said Jesus is king instead. And do you like King? That Don guy debated the Christian. He said, "I know you're real about your Christian faith. I know I'm like a baby Christian, a couple months only. But do you think I'm grifting? Like, you can be honest. I don't care.
Do I think you're grifting about believing in Jesus?
Yeah.
I don't know you well enough to make that decision.
What does it look like? It kind of looks like that because I live such a crazy life, right?
I could see people. Honestly, I'm more likely.
Owen
I wonder if you're like trying to make Christians look bad by doing a parody of a Christian. Oh, almost like you're secretly my ally infiltrating the Groypers to make Christians look bad.
Yeah. No, I still don't have an answer for that. When people are like, so Zherka, what do you mean by any means necessary? You're willing to show fat, big booty Latinas on your stream if it means someone converts to Christ because they go, oh, I want to be like Zherka. He's like Tony Stark. He's got the bad bitches and shit. They're like, you're willing to go that far and sin so hard just to convert people because that's how isolated I feel. And I'm like, there's a million arguments that could destroy me here. And yeah, I don't mind losing that argument. I actually really, I hate the Christian way of the one that has not been working for like 40 years. It destroyed my life. It destroyed everyone I know. Dude, that boring turn the other cheek Christianity is dead. It's over. Now it's Crusader Christianity. And everyone who stops me on the street, they're like, man, I don't just talk about Christ. I defend it aggressively now. And I'm telling you, dude, am I really that evil that I'm not following the Christian narrative of turning the other cheek? Actually, you teach that Christians turn the other cheek to the. So technically, my version is very kosher for you. You'd like it, right? But how the fuck, Adam, is any Christian going to make an argument that the highest conversion rate, 1,400 accounts that we checked, it's not even bots, converted to Christ? They stopped me on the street. How is my way not working? And how the fuck are you going to give me some fucking philosophical, well, John, you're sinning? It's working. We're not everything else we've tried failed and brought us here, right?
I'm not calling you a sinner. If it were up to me, I'd say more big booty Latinas and less Jesus, less flat Earth, less Jesus, more big booty Latinas. Yeah, your platform should be dating advice, big booty Latinas, and exposing the Jesus hoax.
And now it looks like we're on the same team, but no, if it was mainstream media like CNN, I would say shut Zherka down because I believe in censorship, censoring all that degeneracy shit. But again, I'm not CNN. I'm like just recording my life. My yes means yes, my no means no. I'm just telling the truth. And this is gonna sound so narcissistic, but I don't think Christianity's ever looked more badass. And I'm the biggest Nick Fuentes fan, but he's not fighting dudes on the street. He's not fighting on the street like me. So I think it's never looked more badass. And I talked to Nick. I'm like, you think it's a psyop? He's like, no, Zherka, what you're doing is perfect because you're really. I mean, here's what I'm doing. I'm just pulling up the market that loves bitches, and I'm priming them. I'm lubing them up for Nick. I'll just be a fucking martyr. Nick will bring. I'm the chaos. He's gonna be the order. We're not CIA. And now check this out, Adam. Do you really think no warlord has ever said they can have an army unless it circulates one symbol, like a cross or something? How will you ever have an army to fight Zionism? You guys are atheists and demoralized.
I'm all for rallying around a symbol as long as it's not a symbol, which Jesus is.
Huh. Which one would it be then? Let's hear the alternative.
I don't know. I'm open to ideas.
You don't know because you're gonna say a symbol.
When they provide you a symbol,
you're gonna
a savior for you.
Powerful, right?
I don't think it's powerful, but it's funny. Everybody says that they're now subbing to you for big booty Latinas. That was the line that really stole all my followers.
You're so CNN. You're gonna hang on to that, and I gave it to you because I'm honest. But you really don't. You really think something's gonna replace the cross? Because you know what position you actually share. You never thought of it. You believe one day humans will build a camera that is better HD than the human organic eyeball. True.
Hold on.
Man
TTS.
Fading in the Night sent $10. Adam, please pass Zherka on to Big.
Hold on.
Yes,
TTS
please.
is reading. It says,
Facebook
Adam,
monocle.
please pass
Facebook
Zherka
monocle. Poop.
onto big tech. Don't
Danny
let
sent $4.04.
Big tech is what
Don't
we're
let
talking
Zherka
about.
dodge by any
Adam,
longer king.
you believe humans can one day build a camera with a better lens than a human eyeball?
Probably, yeah. I mean, they already have
Infrared.
Yeah, there's all. Yeah, they already have done
So
that.
you're saying no, but I'm asking. They can build a lens that can see reality better than the organic 2020 human eye.
Yeah, better frame rates, faster frame rates.
But humans don't have frame rates. You're so stupid.
We can see at a certain frame rate when we're watching videos.
Adam, I love this question because it exposes everyone's IQ. You're really saying that humans could one day build a human?
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, if you can build the eye, just wait another 1,000 years, right? Elon Musk? You're so stupid, Adam.
Dude, all right, let's wrap it
You're
up
laughing.
here.
Yeah,
Let's
you
wrap
better
it up. We'll end on that.
All
We'll I do want to say though, hey, by the way, your dating
Why you
advice.
can't build another human, Adam, is because there's no
I never said we could build another human, but we do have cameras that are better than the human eye in a lot of ways.
You said that. You said you can build a better organic human eyeball.
No, I didn't say organic. I thought you meant like a camera.
Even that.
I don't think we can build any type of human eye. But
Adam,
I do want to
let me
say
tell you something.
before we close it out.
Bring
I
Owen
think
Benjamin next. I want to debate Owen's ass. Bring him next.
Okay,
How he does it.
Owen's next. Also, Big Tech, my buddy Big Tech, who was on the show last night, he wants to talk to you as well if you're interested to carry this on, because I got to wrap it
I
up.
don't know. Does he have clout or no?
He's
Big
one
Tech
of the
sent
ones that just got
$5
banned
from
from
Zherka.
Cozy.
Come talk to Big Tech 404 next.
How many viewers does he get?
He'll have a few hundred viewers, probably with you, maybe
Nope.
500
No,
something.
thank you. Nope. No, I'm not wasting hours, bro. First of all, at the peak of my career, I'm around all you.
The Danny sent
No human is as honest
$4.04
as
past
me. I
Zherka.
can't-
I'm not an anti-Semite.
404.
Well, you know what I mean, but I'm not using that to disparage you. I'm using it as like that part of the internet that's allowed.
Man
that gets
Fading in the
labeled
Night sent
bad for
$5.
anything,
Please
just
pass
breathing.
Zherka to Big Tech
But
404.
I'm telling you,
Sorry
dude,
for
I am the most
emoji.
honest channel. You didn't see Owen Benjamin do this at his age when he was peaking. He was running from the JQ like a coward. He wasn't fucking blind to it. I'm the most honest channel. Every chance I get, I JQ, and I'm telling you, I'm exhausted of being honest when you're not giving me good faith arguments.
I don't think that you're JQing if you're worshiping the King of the and affirming that they were once chosen.
We're gonna do that too. Which part of the? I bet you won't even do the debate with me now. But which?
Of course I will.
Which part? All right, be honest. Which part of the debate do you think you did bad on today? So
the only part would be that, which I mean, I don't have a list of philosophers, but not having an atheist philosopher off the top of my head. Some people will think that looks bad, but when you were gone, I showed the Wikipedia. There's a huge long list, which I knew there would be.
Yeah, but
so I was actually overall right about that.
No. The question was more influential, but nobody on that list was Plato level. Don't lie to your audience.
But the point was, though, look at that Versace. What is that? A jacket? The point was is that just because Plato says something, what is his proof for it? Plus, that was your answer to if there's magical, supernatural witchcraft and satanic rituals and stuff.
No, that wasn't my answer to witchcraft. I said they all agreed that God is undeniable. You need to give one philosopher on their level who's influential, who has a strong non-God argument. You couldn't do that, Adam.
No, I'll have that for you with my footnotes next time.
Check it out. So what you've admitted here is the one part we both agree that you lost on is that God is real.
No. No, I saw no proof for that. Yeah, the God of Israel. Just say the God of Israel is real.
Adam knows better than Plato.
The God is real. Plato was a pagan that didn't believe. You're citing a pagan that didn't even believe in the God.
I know. I'm giving you the demiurge question because you're an atheist. As in, I'm trying to tell you you're wrong, even if you're not with Christ, you idiot.
Okay. I do want to say before we wrap it up that if I feel like I've watched a lot of your clips about dating advice, and I already did good with the ladies when I was younger, but I definitely could have used some of your tricks, and I would have been a lot more successful, I think. In my single days.
It's manipulation. I teach manipulation. It's so evil.
No, some of the tricks were good, especially the one where you're like, if you're a big guy, you can't come up and like scare a girl and hover over her. Like
you're big, right?
You could tell that I'm 6'4". You could tell aren't you tall too?
Oh. Yeah, but 6'4" is rare. How much you weigh?
235, around there.
Holy shit, we need you on our team. What the fuck?
I'm on the Viking team.
Bro, we gotta start feeding Nick Fuentes whatever you're having, bro. You used to be a fucking Christian Viking. What happened to you, bro?
Dude, I was not a Christian. I was never a Christian. I always knew it was a cult. But hey, dude, let's definitely do this again. I think you're funny as hell, even though I disagree. I hope one day you want me to come to Jesus. I want you to drop the flat earth.
You know, Owen's watching this. What do you got to say to Owen? Do you think he's really? You think he's at my IQ level? Really? Come on.
I think you're both smart, and I want you both to just completely abandon flat Earth and Jesus and help me expose the Jesus hoax. That's what I want.
I still couldn't wrap my head around you and Owen knowing each other because you must see him as a fucking you're more intelligent than him.
No, I think he's real. He's
good with piano.
He's good at piano. He's a smart guy, but I think he's fallen for the psyops of Jesus and flat Earth. That's what I think. Just like you have.
No, he hasn't. He doesn't even defend Jesus in front of you.
Yeah, he does.
No,
I had him on my show twice, grilling him on Jesus.
Owen was the reason I lost 2 to 3 days of sleep because he made a joke on your thing where he's like, you guys were debating, and he said, "How can God sit to the right of himself?" Bro, I was like, oh yeah, I did so much. And I said, the word is always right, and the word sits to the right of God. I figured that out before any scholar. It took me days, but that's when I realized, I'm like, no Muslim made me question the Bible more than that fucking psyop Owen.
Well, I will say, I think both you and Owen
he's somewhat
are funny.
Right? He's like 10% of my comedy level. But when a funny guy attacks Christ, just like how you said in mysticism, if you laugh at their gods, they believe that they're not real anymore and that they get weakened. You remember when you read that?
Or if you stop worshiping and believing in them, that's what the believe.
So that's how I felt like a little fuck. I felt like Aiden when I heard that because I was like, I got to introduce you to Aiden. You guys would be great content together. But as soon as he said that and he made that laugh, I realized, whoa, comedy is a sword in spirituality, bro. It's powerful. And that's when I realized how much I appreciate Owen's position that he can make jokes about Christ. He's not like hardcore like that. And I do that too. Like I blaspheme like a motherfucker, but never to like, I never take people away from Christ, like real blaspheme. I just like make a Family Guy joke, right? But I realized like Owen is kind of those goat fucking no-hide Muslims, bro. Like he's kind of a psyop.
I've tried to tell him about how Islam is no-hide compliant and part of the Abrahamic matrix as well. So I like when
he has Stockholm syndrome because he got banned around the time he was being mean to the. So now he goes, he just makes sense in his head that if he's nicer to them, maybe he'd like, not that he'll come back, but like he's like off that burden in his conscience that he couldn't feed his kids because like he was too mean to on the internet and bro, Owen is like a chronic liar. Why does he tell people he broke the CAA deal because of kids? Now, he just got booted out for going a little red pill more than right? Like, let's be honest. This guy fucking lies that he's like some warrior of saving kids or some shit like that. The guy lies a lot about that shit. And
I remember that happening though. He did lose his
his
agent contract because of that.
He was on the way out. Give me a break.
I don't know. I give him credit for blowing up his Hollywood career to criticize.
Owen Benjamin has not one conspiracy theory that's authentic that is linked to him. I have 2 or 3 that are viral and they're huge. Like I have fucking investors who work with those kind of TV shows that talk to me about it on email. He doesn't have one theory of his own and he's a free thinker. Like he can do it. He's just too lazy. He's not a deep mind. Let's stop pretending he's deep because we're comparing him to Logan Paul and fucking that Owen Wilson on fucking. But he's not that deep. Actually, Adam, you're a very informed, you're like a guy. You're industrious, very good with information, but you can't think for yourself. Have you noticed that?
No, not at all.
Like,
I definitely think for myself.
What theory do you have that belongs to Adam Green? Not one.
Choosing which theories I believe in and don't believe in, that's me thinking for myself. But hey, Zherka, I seriously really have to go. I think both you and Owen are funny and powerful guys. I want to talk to you some more. What?
Adam, do you appreciate that at the riskiest part where I can get all my channels deleted talking to people like you,
I think I'm far less risky than Fuentes.
Right. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to collab with you because I'm with Christ. It's not a fucking gimmick. And someone's ringing this doorbell. Hang on. Who has the audacity to... Housekeeping. Oh, housekeeping. Oh, you're a Catholic? Jesus Christ? Jesus is King.
Espíritu Santo.
Adam Green. She has
Verde.
Oh.
Yeah, Jesus is King. Jesus Christ.
1 or 2, but...
No, I'm good. I'm going to Owen Benjamin in the face today. He's a... No, clean. I'm just going to knock out that... Thank you. Hey, I'm a better comedian than Owen, right?
You both make me laugh. Yeah, I think you're both powerful guys and you got a lot of influence. And I'd like to see you guys, instead of getting everybody focused on flat Earth and the Abrahamic matrix, help me expose the
Yeah.
One day.
You want to avoid the most Googled and the most censored and the most Googled topic in Google history, flat Earth.
But most promoted by TikTok also. Hey, I gotta go. We'll pick it up again next time. I really appreciate your time, Zherka.
Let's do it in person too. Are you afraid of meeting me?
Yeah, I'm very intimidated by you for sure.
Some people think I'm a crackhead and shit, but
I've seen all these videos of you beating people up, and no, I'm kidding.
I would never hit a white guy. You guys, I'm trying to be like you.
I'll wear glasses, but no, I will come up to LA next time you're in town, and we'll do one in person.
Yeah, and God bless your mother, father. They're Christians. Are they Catholic?
No.
What kind of Christian are we talking?
Protestant.
They must be so mad at you.
No, I think my mom knows deep down that I'm right. She's like an addict.
Wait, so you've had the debate with her?
I used to, but I don't anymore. Now I get to debate with people online, so I leave her alone. But hey, dude, I really got to go, man. I'm sorry to wrap it up. Appreciate your time. I think you're hilarious. We'll talk again soon.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Later.
And send me the links. I want to watch this.
Cool. All right. Later. Okay, guys.